Yeah, what's good, everybody? To yet another great episode with Project X. Welcome to the community. Let us go through Nasdaq. I want to show you how I trade. Everything I trade, the whole strategy right here. So basically, we have the weekly. I don't know why this is not going away. Okay. This is my whole strategy. Oh. I want to take you step by step in everything. I hope I'll be clear. I'll try to be slow so that you can get the whole concept of my strategy. Basically, I'm an institutional trader. One thing you should know is that you should understand yourself, like which type of trader you are, so that you can know when to execute in the market and when not to trade. Just wait for what you're waiting for and then execute. That's what it is. Always, it works every day, every time. And the strategy works like in every time frame, even in the 1 minute. We take trades even in the 5, 15. We just try and filter out every day where we get the right entries and everything. And today I want to go through the whole strategy with you, how I filter my entries and taking the best entries there is in the market, in favoring my strategy. So basically, here we have the weekly time frame. So I use the weekly, daily, 4 hour, 2, 1, 3 minutes, 15, 5 minutes, and if need be, I go to the 1 hour. So now I'm starting on the weekly time frame. So basically, I like using the line chart to see the right movement of the market, where it did, to see the right channel. I use channels, pattern inside patterns. They really work. They have been back tested for like ever. So right now we see the market is on its downside. And I said this is today. It's like Tuesday, 29 November 2022. So keep track of that, and then and see how we eat in the community. So right now we see that this is a downtrend. As you can see, it has this higher lows and lower lows over there. So yeah, the market has been going down for some time now. So from this movement, we're expecting it to come down to this trend, to this trend line, since it has been respecting this trend line. As you all can see previously, it's been respecting this trend line. So right now on the weekly time frame, we see that the market is going down and showing a great movement on the downside. So let's go to the daily time frame. So what do we have on the daily time frame? We see that we get to see clearly what the market is doing, and try not to be too zoomed in or out of the market, so that you can see the right movement of the market before taking the wrong thing. Because with Forex, you see whatever thing you want to see. You just see whatever thing you want to see. So train your eye to see the right thing in the market. So yeah, you can see we do have our touches here. A touch, almost a touch there, a touch here, a touch here, touch. So it has been respecting this trend line. Understand? So now we might expect the market to come make a touch here or continue to the downside, just like it did here. So now we see that the market is still on its downtrend, but what's happening now, we should be careful to see that in this downtrend there has been this upward movement, more like an uptrend of some sort. So we're going to respect that and pull up our trend line. So you see here, it's more like now we have another pattern inside the bigger pattern, you understand? So we do have this structure right here. We have the structure right here, which the market has created. So basically now we've formed another pattern inside this huge pattern. Let's go back to our candlesticks. My strategy base is I don't look too much on candlestick. That's way other thing that used to complicate my head whenever I tried. Because when you starting to like trade, man, you trying to figure out everything. You hear everyone talking about candlesticks, you wanna get to know candlesticks. I'm just gonna talk about some other things and stuff. So right now I just marked this as my order block where I would gladly just wait and see if the market was going to come to this part to test this order block, mitigate this order block, of which it has to do at some point. But currently, what is the market doing? That's what we want to do. Ne? So even here we have an order block which the market has just tested recently. You check. This is an order block, which the market, of course, came in and tested it and went to the downside. So now, what I'm expecting is the market to since you see that it has been respecting this trend line also, up, down, and up. So we might expect the market to pull back down to this trend line. So what am I going to look at now is another order block on the downside. As you can see here, market has created an order block again. You understand? This is an order block the market has created, and this order block has an imbalance, of which that means that the market is not balanced. You understand? So the market might come down to mitigate this imbalance before going up to this order block. So what I'm gonna wait for now is to see the market pulling down to this zone. After this zone, going back up. Oh, so yeah. So currently that's what I'm looking for. So now I want to go to the left hand side and see what the market what the market is going to do, rather respect any order block there is in the market. There's this order block. Let me just highlight this. I'm gonna highlight it with my horizontal line here. So there's one other order block which has an imbalance there. The market is bound to come down and mitigate this imbalance at some point. Even here, we had an imbalance with an order. We had an imbalance here, which the market it broke and retested and continued up. So let's go back to the right hand side. So yeah, it might come to this zone and reject from this zone, which means that should the market now decide to like go down, break this order block, it will retest it and come down to this one, we should be like now confirming this trend line. Understand? So yeah, so we're trying to filter out a trade we're going to take today, tomorrow. So yeah, so now we are here. We have this structure. We have this channel inside this huge channel. So what's happening now? We've marked out this order block, which has been rather mitigated. This imbalance, which has been mitigated. The market decided to go down. Let's go down to the 4 hour. If I'm being too fast, you can always go back and rewind. So basically here, we're filtering out our order blocks, or our order blocks. So yeah, you see that from here, this order block has an imbalance. You understand? So only buyers were in the market until this far, and then sellers took over control of the market from here downward. So the market is bound to come up here to mitigate this imbalance and continue to the downside or continue moving upward. So now also we do have an imbalance here. Let's filter that out perfectly. So from here, sellers ended up here, and from here, buyers there were only buyers only in the market. So how then the market will go without having sellers in the market? Because now the market is not balanced from either side. But what I can see now from this order block which you had here, the market rejected. Or that we can put it to, yeah, this one is the right one. But also we had another one here. We had another order block here. Easy. So basically, from the daily time frame, you see the valid order block here. It was this one. You understand, which the market tested or the mitigated and went down and went up again to mitigate this imbalance and went down again. And these weeks are called liquidity grabs. So the market here, what it did actually was it took out all the stops that retail traders had, and then moved to the downside. When everybody thought now the market was gonna push up, that's how the banks actually and the whole institutions like kill you guys as retail traders. So hence I decided to like come to the winning side, the retail, the institutions. So now what do we have here? So basically here we're looking for the price to like continue to the downside to mitigate this imbalance. So in the 4-hour, you see that the market is driving down, is driving to the downside. I have my so yeah. So if you can look carefully, this is a trade that I took. How did I take this trade? Let me just remove this one. So if you can see here, the market, after rejecting it created this channel. It created this channel. Where everybody then thought, yeah, okay, now the market is going down, so let me catch it before it gets down. Yeah. First, the market will have to come and retrace this whole impulse. And of course, how far is it going to retrace? How far is it going to retrace this impulse? I use my Fibonacci to see how far the market will reject. How did I do that? This is an altered Fibonacci which favors my strategy. So what's happening here? The market always rejects or the retraces 50% of the impulse it had created. So this is the whole impulse. As you can see, this is a whole impulse at its best. And then it retraced 50% is almost here, 50% plus. So here is like 70 to 80% of this impulse. So the market from there has to come down to this part. Basically, this is my first TP, second TP, third TP. So basically, I'm expecting the market to just continue to the downside to this zones. But because now we have this imbalance, in the market. The market is bound to come down to this order block right here. So yeah, basically that's how we had our orders up there. We had our orders up there, a bit like up there. Yeah, and we expect the market to come to this far. Of course, people in the community were able to grab those sales. Right here, when everybody, retail traders, were looking for buys and buys and buys, as we knew that the market was going to reject after this retracement, and it will continue down, and understanding that the market still has to come and retrace or rather mitigate this imbalance. So basically that's what we have on the 4 hour, but we want to find out a trade. We want to find a trade for today. So basically now the market is on its downtrend. Let's go to the 2 hour and see what the market is currently doing. So you can see that the market is already on its downtrend. And in this downtrend, we're going to try and find out any imbalances and whatnots in the market. So here, with an imbalance, with this imbalance, which the market, of course, did mitigate. So after mitigating this imbalance, this was the latest imbalance there was last week. So now we have to come back to this part now, because you see now there's no the market has mitigated all the imbalances there was, all the imbalance there was in the market. So now the market, we have to focus on that side in order to take trades, because the market really have to retrace 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 to a certain level, which will be guided by the possible imbalance that will be in the market here, or there is in the market region, which we will try and filter out right now. So the market, I'm expecting to retrace to some certain level before going to the downside. You understand? So now on the 2 hour, looking for possible imbalances here, there isn't. And this one was mitigated. I'll just remove this one here. So basically, let's go to the 1 hour. In the 1 hour, what do we have? The market seems to be balanced. So whenever the market is balanced, it will continue with with its trend. The trend, which was the trend, like the downward movement. From the weekly, we saw that the market is in a downtrend. And of course, in every way you go, it has to be like in line. Every time frame has to be in line before taking a trade. You should know that as a trader. So basically, yeah, the market has been balanced, as you can see. There's been balanced to equal buyers and sellers in the market, going down, going down, going down until here there was a gap, which it mitigated also and continued to the downside. So now we have this portion to focus on. How do you get to that? We go down even further to the 30 minutes, looking for imbalances which the market might have created. Yeah. So what's happening now? We see that there's an order block. There's an order block here, as you can see. There's an order block here, as you all can see. Here the market has been balanced. Now there's this order block which the market created, which now is going to be our point of interest. Looking at our Fibonacci, go to the candlestick, look at our Fibonacci, how far the market is retraced. It is retraced more than 50%, of which is correct to our, we give a tick to our checklist. You should have a strategy, guys. Don't just trade the market without having direction. You should have a checklist, confluence of everything. Every time you take a trade, you should have a drawing board. Tick everything in those boxes. If all those boxes get ticked, then you can take a trade. Don't just go in blindly and because of fear of missing out and all the like. What I can see right now is also this okay, I'm gonna filter out this order block right here. But in this one, there's also one up here. So there's also one up here. How do I spot this? I'm just looking at where the market, where the market, like where in the market there was a shortage of either buyers or sellers. So here, only buyers were closed here. The only sellers in the market, even here. this imbalance, this candle. Let me just remove this so that you can see it properly. So even this Fibonacci. Okay. So basically here, it was this bullish candle, as you can see, but it ended up here, and then a strong bearish candle came through, meaning that there are only sellers in the market. So now the market is not balanced, you understand? There are only sellers, just like this, just like here. As you can see here, there were only sellers in the market. But what did the market do? It came back to give balance to the market. Understand? This is the balance I'm talking about. It should be balanced. But look at here. Here, there are only sellers in the market. From here, going down until here, there are only sellers. So the market has to come up to this to balance everything up, just like it is trying to come up right now. Retrace this whole impulse move so that we can continue now in a healthy trend, because now the market is not healthy. Even one peep, guys, it'll always come back to mitigate that one peep. So basically, that's what I'm looking for, and that's what I'll be trading for today. So right now, I'm on the 15 minutes. This is what I'm looking at on Nasdaq. You can see that this is a beautiful downtrend. It's a beautiful downtrend. Right. It's a beautiful, 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 beautiful downtrend. So it is channel inside the channel. So what do we expect from this move? As you can see, it went up, down, up, down, up, down. So why don't you want to take this trade? Why don't you want to take this trade? Come on, guys. This makes sense. Like you following, everything is just following. So now, the whole time here, the market is balanced. Everyone is participating in the market. The buyers, the sellers, everything is healthy until here, where there were only sellers in the market. So the market institutions will come and mitigate this imbalance and continue down with their movement. So now I'm going to the 5 minute to filter out my trades to see exactly where that imbalance started to like happen. Even on the 1 minute, now I want to take the best entry, like sniper entries, like we always do in the community. We take sniper entries. That's what we're known for. Take sniper entries. So this will be my entry. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the 5 minutes. So this entries help me to like get the best reward, the best ever reward there is in the market. So the risk reward is very great, yeah, because you only find that you're risking very small peeps to get the highest reward. So basically that will be my order for the day on Nasdaq, Nas 100, or however you may put it. And this is my risk reward for today. I'm gonna switch up to my phone and then show you how I will place this and wait for the market to play out. The most important thing, the key thing here is to be patient. To be patient. Look at the risk reward. It's very beautiful, man. And of course, going up to the 1 hour now, you want to see it in the long term. You want to see it in the long term. So the market, I'm expecting it to come down to this zone. So you want to see how much you're risking and how much you're going to be getting in this trade. But of course, this won't happen overnight. You might have even other entries and all the like. So for today, my entries will be my TPs and everything will be I don't like holding for too long. I don't like holding for too long. I just get in the market, take my money and let it do its thing. That's how I trade, guys. So you see, this is how basically I trade. This is how I trade on a daily basis. So now let me just calculate my TP and see how far it will like take me. Okay. So basically this will be my entry, this will be my like third TP. This will be my third TP. Confluences of on confluences. This structure, this is a break of structure, broken by this structure. So now I'm expecting this structure to be broken again by a structure which will come down here. As you've seen now, the market is starting to create lower lows, confirming the downtrend. So why not? Let's wait for the market to tag us in so it can go down with us. Project X, this is how I eat the market on a daily basis. As I told you, this strategy works on every time frame there is. I would set my targets on a daily, 4 hour, 2 hour. And now, because this is just like a short trade, we just want to eat this all those pips going down for today. If you haven't subscribed yet, just do so that you can see how this market played out. If you wanna join the community, there's a link in the banner there. My WhatsApp link. You can just text me and I'll get back to you in no time. And you can join the community just like that. And also the broker that I would like to recommend to you guys that I use, it has been a good broker. It has a friendly user website. Same day withdrawal, like less than 24 hours, you get your money wherever you are in the world. It's Glovex 360. Just hit me up and I'll show you everything. There's going to be a link in the description of this video too. So yeah, guys, let's make money. Taking this to the sky and beyond. Project X signing out.
Sorry.